S.I.N Radio.
So let's get to the next topic on the show.
Mm.
Are UFOs real? Okay.
Okay.
Are UFOs real? Now, the reason why I want to touch on this is because it's amazing to me what I'm seeing on the news, on these different outlets, right?
Yeah.
They're all showing you that the Pentagon is releasing a whole ton of videos showing unidentified flying objects. And it's crazy to me that people are not really talking about this.
Right.
I go on my social media, it's all about the NBA playoffs, it's about hockey, it's about everything else, but nobody is really talking about these reports that are being released by the government. And it's tripping me out because I always thought, like, if the government ever admitted that there were objects in the sky that were not man-made, that the public would take immediate notice and would, it would be a conversation in every household. Like, am I tripping here? Am I bugging out here? What are your thoughts on UFOs? Let me start there.
Listen, I'm going to say this. For years, people have been talking about seeing UFOs since when? I would say since dating back to like maybe the 60s, 70s, 80s. So now, as we go through different decades, and we're in 2021, from let's say 1960, 1962.
Prior to that, way before
early
that. 1900s.
Yeah, even earlier than that. But what I'm saying is that from, let's say, from like the 60s to now, you have more and more and more people talking about these objects and things like that. And you have more, I guess, camera footage, because everybody has a cell phone now. So that's what makes it different. So now people have cameras, cell phones, there are cameras everywhere. Doorbell cameras, cameras on the street. Everybody who has a cell phone has a camera. So people are recording and seeing the same thing. So I would say now you have more people that are not afraid to talk to their friend or talk to the next person about what they see, because everybody's seeing these things. So even the president, or ex-president Trump, was talking about it. And didn't he say that when he was in office that the government had X amount of time to reveal to the people that UFOs are real?
Yes, he did. He actually put it in the last the stimulus bill that he did, that the government, all the intelligence agencies had 6 months to debrief Congress on all the information they have on UFOs.
Right.
And a lot of people don't even know that. They don't realize that was actually in the COVID relief bill.
Yeah,
but
100%. 100%.
That was in there. If you think I'm BSing, go look it up.
Yeah, because I remember. Yeah.
Yep. You can do all that. You can look all that stuff up. As a matter of fact, I have the article right here. There's actually an article on CNN. It says the U.S. Intelligence agencies have 180 days to share what they know about UFOs thanks to the COVID-19 relief and spending bill. And this was just updated January 10th, 2021, this year. Okay. And it said that then President Trump signed a 2.3 trillion coronavirus relief and government funding bill into law in December. So began the 180-day countdown for U.S. intelligence agencies to tell Congress what they know about UFOs.
Yeah.
No, really. The Director of National Intelligence and the Secretary of Defense have a little less than 6 months now to provide the Congressional Intelligence and Armed Services Committees with an unclassified report about unidentified aerial phenomena. That's the way the government terms it. They don't term it UFOs. They call them UAPs. UAP, unidentified aerial phenomena. Okay. And this is real. You can look this up. It says it's a stipulation that was tucked into the committee comment section of the Intelligence Authorization Act for fiscal year 2021, which was contained in the massive spending bill. The report must contain detailed analysis of UFO data and intelligence collected by Office of Naval Intelligence, the Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force, and the FBI, according to the Senate Intelligence Committee's directive. This is real, folks. This is real. Why is this not the talk of the town? Is beyond me. Oh, because you got a stimulus check.
Yeah.
Right. So this is amazing to me that there's all this stuff going on, and all we could talk about is basketball, football, and all the distractions that these people have lined up and put in front of us. And there's no real conversation. I mean, this is, I've always known there were, extraterrestrials since I was a young kid. And, for a long time, I got teased. Oh, this guy believes in Martians and shit like that. But with the cell phone and the ability to capture strange things, it just at the click of a button, it's really exposed the fact that there is some very strange things happening on this planet and in the universe as a whole.
Yeah.
And we got to acknowledge that we do not know it all. We're very limited, when it comes to certain things. And what scares the shit out of many of the government officials is that this intelligence is greater than ours.
Right.
And you often look at some of the reports and you can see that the government is kind of scared. Their officials are kind of scared because they're like, they look at it as almost like a nemesis that they can't control. Because remember, all governments of the world is here to control the mind. Government, mind control. And when they cannot control something, they deem it an enemy.
Yeah.
Okay. The minute you stop cooperating with the government, you're considered an enemy of the state. So, we got to ask this question: if this does come out and they do admit this stuff as they're starting to show you the footage, what will change the society in your opinion? Do you think things are going to change? Do you think things are going to go back to normal?
No, it won't go back to normal. I think it will change. I just would want to see how that will always be the talk. Even if you have sports going on, it's like you watching sports, but you're like, okay, there's alien stuff here. And I think people on Earth here will definitely try to make it marketable. They'll try to make money off of it. While this is happening, people are just still going to try to make money. And I just want to know, the constitutional laws and how we live on this earth, will those laws be abolished?
Right.
What will be the change? Will we have another species that are living amongst us out in the open? How would that look? Will people accept that or not accept it? Or these other entities come here to take over, or maybe they were here before man. We don't know. It's just so much stuff, man, that I would say the powers that be know that we don't know.
Right. And also, if we are not alone, and now the government is suddenly telling us, yes, they're real, when we know the government back in the earlier 1900s were denying these things. So if they were denying this previously and now suddenly admitted to it, then what other things is the government hiding from us?
Right.
You gotta use reasoning. If you denied something and now you're suddenly admitting to the same thing that you denied, what else are you hiding?
Yeah.
Because if I was an individual and I denied something for years,
Mm-hmm.
hey, I didn't do that. I'm telling you, I didn't do that. And then 20 years later, I admit I did do it.
Right.
What else could I have been hiding? You're going to naturally think that,
Right? Yeah.
So I asked the people, listeners, if they can deny and then admit to something 50 years later, 100 years later, what else? What else are they hiding?
Right. Yeah.
You know,
that's crazy. So I don't know, man. I think, with that being said, it's I would say this: things are always going to come out one way or another. It's going to come out. It has to.
Has to.
So but that's our take on it, I guess.
Yeah, the truth will come out, and the truth is out there, and it's coming. It's coming soon. And one thing about the truth is people think the truth is always gonna like set them free, but the truth can be scary.